member from Windsor West.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Premier. Speaker, on Monday, the Minister of Education claimed that class-size caps were not on the table. Yesterday, though, the Minister admitted that class-size caps are part of negotiations, blaming the President of the School Boards Association. Ontarians know that the Premier and her government hold ultimate responsibility over education in this province. The blame game won't work. The Premier and her government need to stand up for families and commit to keeping class size manageable, ensuring high-quality education for our kids. Small class sizes are essential to student learning. Kids don't need less one-on-one time, they need more. Will the Premier step up and commit to families that there will be no increase to class size caps in the fall? Yes or no?
Minister of Education.
Minister of Education.
And of course, the responsibility of the government, which is clear from the legislation, is as the funder. So what I can absolutely say is that the funding will be for 22-1 at secondary, which is what we're talking about. The funding was 22-1 last year. The funding's 22-1 this year. The funding's been 22-1 for the last decade.
Order.
The funding was probably 22-1 for the decade before that, except during the social contract when it was a totally different system anyway. So if you're asking me, am I committed to that to which I can commit, which is the funding going to carry on at 22-1? Absolutely.
Answer.
That's what's in the grants. That's what in the money that's been sent into the boards. That is the money that they're basing their budgets on.
Thank you. Supplementary.
Thank you, Speaker. I think my question was pretty straightforward. Will the minister do her job and protect education or not? Speaker, the Premier must tell the minister to step up and stop any changes that would increase class size caps. The minister needs to stop sitting on the sidelines and protect our kids' education in this province. The blame game is growing old, and Ontarians see right through it. One-on-one time is absolutely crucial to kids' success in school, and frankly, the Premier and her government are well aware of that. Kids with special needs, kids with ESL requirements, kids across the province will pay the price for overcrowded classrooms. Speaker, will the Premier guarantee to all of us in this House that she will not allow any increases to current class size caps?
Minister.
Yes, and I'm not sure how many times I can say this. My responsibility is for the funding. The funding last year was $22.5 million. The funding this year is $22.5 billion. Sorry, last year $22.5 billion. This time $22.5 billion. The number of students has actually decreased. Because the number of students in the system is decreasing, when you hold the funding constant, that means that the amount of funding per pupil is actually going up. Now, does every board get exactly the same funding? Of course not. We have boards where the enrollment has gone down 25%. We have other boards where the enrollment's gone up 10, 20, 30%. Of course the funding shifts around as the students go down in one board and up another. The total funding.